Alice dedicated her life and career to helping those in the community. Many of the memories that I have were spent at the RDAC offices, volunteering with and because of Alice. Most of the time, it involved pizza and paper cuts. Somebody should probably look into the labor laws on that. Anyone who knew Alice professionally knows that she was a literal force to be reckoned with. She took charge when she walked in a room and was always the one who made things happen. I'm going to talk to you about the kind of woman that Alice was. There are a few things that make this award so special to me and the recipients each year. This award is a physical representation of everything that Alice stood for. Alice was a caring woman, the kind of woman that made sure that everyone was cared for, no matter who they were or where they came from. Those of you that knew her personally know she wasn't always the hold your hand and bake you cookies kind of caring, but she always recognized when you accomplished what you were supposed to do. That's what this award is, an acknowledgement of incredibly hard work. When the recipients of this award are chosen each year, it is based on several things, the most important being their steadfast dedication and unwavering commitment to the community and those in it. Alice never missed a chance to apply for another grant or any opportunities. The goal was to help one person, but she always strived for more, and that's what this award is an award for those who strive for more for their community.
I first met Faith at an advocacy day up in Albany, where we were representing our respective RPCs, and I met her early in the morning. We spent the day together going around to our elected officials, talking about the importance of housing and community development. And what I noticed immediately about Faith was her energy, and she has an abundance of energy, and it's what attracts people to her and what I think affords her tremendous success in carrying out housing and community development.
Faith and I are lifelong friends, but she's more like a sister to me. I guess we're now colleagues as well. And she's over-deserving this award, and that is just because of everything that she embodies in her spirit and her soul and her dedication to her craft.
So Faith comes to Grace Community Church, and one of the earliest memories I have of Faith is that she serves at our info desk. And the purpose of that info desk is to make people feel welcome, to get their questions answered. And the value that undergirds that team is that we consider the people that join us, we consider them a gift to us. So when Faith is at that spot, I remember seeing her so many times, her smiling face, her ability to connect with people and genuinely care about helping them move along and getting connected at our church.
I first met Faith when I was actually meeting with her mom at the RDAC office. And Alice had introduced me to Faith, an employee of hers. And not once did she ever say, "This is my daughter." She just spoke of Faith professionally and of all the things that she did and how important she was and what she meant to Alice and RDAC.
I have known Faith for, I think, as long as I can remember. And I think I knew of her before I actually knew her. And that's kind of the best part, because you learn about the amazingness of this person, and then she lives up to every expectation that you would have of somebody that you've been told about.
I've known Faith for many years, probably over 35 years. She was in the same circle of friends with my sister, and I don't think she really has changed much. She's always had a very happy, positive, uplifting kind of way about her.
I know Faith because many years ago, she became a Waldenite, like me, proud Waldenite. And we were neighbors, we became very good friends. We lived a life of public service together, and during the day we helped people, and at night we drank wine and ate a lot of Chinese food. And that was how we became friends, and that's how we continue to kind of operate when we can in terms of helping people and just being there for each other. And for me, that's what defines Faith. If you are in her life, if you work with her, if you are her friend, she has your back. And it's been amazing to watch her just be such a positive influence in so many people's lives over the years.
The way that Faith is deserving of this award are too many to enumerate in a really short period of time. But I think if you look at her body of work, the culture that she has created, the communities that she's created, and the circle who envelops her, you will understand that she embodies the work of the Alex Dickinson Legacy Award. It is about her energy and her commitment and her love of her family, her friends, and her community. her commitment to building better lives, families, and futures for everyone she comes across, whether she knows you or not, it is the living legacy of who Alice Dickinson was. And I cannot imagine anyone more deserving for the 1st, the 10th, or the 100th award. She serves her community, she serves her family, she serves her faith, and every project that she is a part of carries that commitment forward. The minute she walks into a room, you can feel everyone around you smile, their shoulders relax, and she greets everybody with this amazing, warm, welcoming, positive, radiant energy that just comes from inside her. It is about who she is as a person, and she moves through our neighborhoods, our community, her work life, her professional life, her family of origin, and her chosen family in a way that leaves everyone just a little bit better every time she leaves.
It wasn't until much later, actually, that I learned that Faith was Alice's daughter, which kind of makes her contributions that much more special because her accomplishments are so genuinely hers. And our relationship became more through our church and on just a human level. And that's where I really got to know her and her spirit. So how does she embody the Alice Dickinson Award? I think that Alice, quite frankly, had the honor and privilege of naming Faith. And she is faith in us as neighbors to provide for one another, in our faith in each other and humanity as a whole, in hope. She is faith and hope for us as friends and women and mothers, and she has this uncanny ability to show up right when you need it. When you are emotionally, physically, mentally exhausted, literally her text or phone call will show up. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Motherhood is hard. I wanted to let you know I care. Something that you would think was made up. She's just there. She just shows up. I know she does this in her community work, as a mom, as a friend. We are lucky enough to be known by her and lucky enough to know her, and she embodies the Alice Dickinson Award.
So Faith just embodies that to her core. Because she is a believer in Jesus Christ, because she believes these things to her very core, what drives her into people's lives is seeing them move out of stuck places in their life, wherever that might be. That might be in a home, or that might be in their physical circumstances or whatever. But Faith so cares about people that she has the drive to help them move along in their process.
When I think about this award, I think about housing and I think about community, and that just defines who Faith is. So again, I'd have to say that she's over-deserving of this, and it's because of everything she does. She's everything community and everything housing. Faith is super dedicated to the people in her lives, and I think her dedication speaks to why she's so successful in what she does and why it lifts people up. People want to be around Faith. People want to work with Faith, and I think that's why everything she's touched is so successful.
Faith is known as the go-to person, and she gets things done. Just this morning, a top official from New York State called her about another program, a manufactured home park that's in distress. When Orange County had flooding a month and a half ago, the governor's office entrusted HCR to get some money out the door, and Faith was called to deliver the program. Faith has successfully delivered million-dollar programs in record time. And particularly when things come about for emergency. Her success with the Enterprise Foundation's Landlord Ambassador Program was picked up by Ulster County Legislature, and they funded another round of Landlord Ambassador programs to assist landlords with arrears that they may have, repairs to their units, to entice them to stay in the affordable housing game. It's been a very effective program, and Faith is at the top of the chain in New York State delivering these types of programs.
When I think of what embodies the spirit of the Alice Dickinson Legacy Award and what Faith specifically has done, it reminds me of one of our first projects that we worked on back when I was mayor in 2010, 2011. There was access to weatherization funds, and we actually went door to door in low-income areas in the village of Walden to try to identify people who needed help. And when I went door to door with Faith, I saw somebody who genuinely cared about helping people, who was knowledgeable about the topic she was talking about, and she just put in the work every day. And that comes from a place within her own struggle that she overcame, where she feels this need to help others overcome their struggles. And right away, I loved that, and I was all about it. And I think it has a lot to do with why we're here tonight, recognizing her as part of this amazing legacy of service. Lifts people up and improves their lives every single day. And it has less to do with the specific things that she does for people and more about how she does it. When you have a conversation with Faith, when you work with Faith, when you experience receiving help from one of Faith's programs, you don't just get help. You get someone who is compassionate, someone who is empathetic, and someone who doesn't make you feel like you are somebody who needs help, but that you just need a little bit here, and then you'll be able to get on your path to help others and help yourself and your family. She makes you feel less alone.
I think she deserves Alice Dickinson Award. She's really embodied the ideals, philosophy of Alice over the years, continues to push those in need in the housing world and otherwise. Anyone that meets her knows that she approaches every situation with a smile. That's really just something great about her personality. She enters a room, kind of uplifts the whole area, and it's kind of infectious. And I really appreciate her, and I look forward to what's to come.
I had heard of Alice when I came over to the rural housing side. I had been with the Neighborhood Preservation Company, and Alice had quite a reputation. And we finally got to meet, and our relationship was too short. Her life was cut short too early. But I think that there's no question that Alice's work for Orange County rural housing was deserving of a legacy, and I know that Alice is so proud of the work that Faith has carried on in her name. Faith is an open book. She's a woman of faith. She wears her faith on her sleeve. She lets you know who she is, why she is. She's constantly posting about how she enjoys her job from a different way. Her vacations, her friendships, that's all part of her public profile. And I think I started with her energy. Faith is authentic. She is exactly who she appears to be. And I think that authenticity coupled with her energy and her developed expertise, Faith is now a leader in the state of New York in the realm of housing and community development, and people at all walks of life know her for that, recognize her for that, and she is unquestionably deserving of an Alice Dickinson Legacy Award.
So in case you haven't figured it out by now,
Faith Moore, you are
The Alice Dickinson
Legacy Award recipient.
There is no one
more deserving.
surprise.